Joe nachos. My Sloppy Joe nachos are going to have one of my husband's 4 basic food groups, bacon, on top of them. We're gonna pop this in the oven, 375 to 400 degrees, 15 to 18 minutes, or until the bacon is as crisp as you like it. In the pan, to fill a good-sized cast iron skillet, like a 12 to 14-inch skillet, you need at least 1.5 pounds of lean ground beef. If you're serving a big crowd, get a couple pounds. So I started mine with 1.5 pounds of 80/20 ground sirloin, 80% lean ground sirloin, and 1 big old onion is browning up in there, and just a touch of olive oil or vegetable oil. Now we're gonna season up our Sloppy Joe base. Well, first of all, I'm gonna add garlic, obviously. My husband and I put garlic in everything. Into the pan, we've grated 4 fat cloves of garlic, 1 large onion, 1.5 pounds minimum to 2 pounds of ground sirloin. Now we're gonna spice it up. Smoked sweet paprika, good palmful. This is also called pimenton. An equal amount of chili powder. Then we're gonna put in about 1 teaspoon or 1/3 of a palmful each of Mexican oregano. Whenever we use dried herbs, we lightly crush them in our palm to wake them up. And best friends, bright coriander, about 1 teaspoon each, and earthy, sexy cumin. And of course, we have salt and pepper in here. We're gonna let that cook out a little bit. You're gonna sprinkle the pan, so you end up with about between 2 and 3 tablespoons. Sprinkle the top of the pan with the greatest thing ever, pourable light brown sugar. We add our vinegar, about the same amount, a couple of turns of the pan to balance out the sugar. Then we'll do our Worcestershire. I love Worcestershire with beef or ground turkey. Yum, yum, yum. Couple turns of the pan. And our tomato product. A little bit of paste as a thickening agent and a can of the dice. Now I'll chop the piquillos. We got a perfect one of this already bubbling back there. When we come back, we'll make the nachos and shove them in the oven. Hey, heads up, I pre-toast the chips a little too. It makes them nutty and really fragrant and not as soggy. So I'm gonna pre-toast the chips a bit. We have our giant tray of toasty chips, right? And we're gonna marry these guys. We're gonna top them with all of our Sloppy Joe. I know. And 1 12-inch skillet fills 1 baking sheet or large baking tray like this just perfectly, as you can see. Every single bit of chip is going to have a lovely, meaty topping. I know. Okay, then we're gonna take, I love pre-shredded cheese. Yes, I do. You could take any flavor you like. I went with a good old sharp cheddar. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bring it. Meat loves cheese. We melted the cheese on the chips. Actually, my stunt toaster, Jeanette, melted the cheese on the chips. I tend to set things on fire. In the squeeze bottle, I love doing this whenever I serve Tex-Mex food or nachos. I take Mexican crema or sour cream. I mix it with Chipotle Tabasco, or if you want milder, you could do the green jalapeno Tabasco, much milder. This is smoky and delicious. I can drink it straight. And I add a little lime juice, mix that all together, and then use a funnel and put it inside this squirt bottle. And I make this Chipotle lime sauce that goes over everything. It's delicious. Put our bacon bits on top. I know. Here's some green onions. Some green onions and a little bit of cilantro or parsley. And another one of my favorite green things, pickled jalapenos. Here they are. Oh, I panicked that they weren't there. Pickled jalapeno peppers, mild or hot. This is crazy. And my husband likes a little bit of white chopped onion too, like he does on his hot dogs and his hamburgers. Yep. What the heck?